Welcome back to Road to Data Engineer. This is episode 10. Pretty exhausted today, so not gonna chat too much here in the intro. Really jumping right back into the real Python, intro to web scraping, practical introduction to web scraping course. We're coming up in the last section here, interacting with websites in real time. So we're gonna hopefully get through that today and get through the conclusion. And then at that point, I think we'll be ready to try out scraping some of the results pages, on ibjjf.com for our tournament data. So let's just get into it. I'm gonna go ahead, get my editor back up. All right, here we go. Sometimes you want to be able to fetch real-time data from a website that offers continuously updated information. In the dark days before you learned Python programming, you had to sit in front of a browser clicking the refresh button to reload the page each time you wanted to check if updated content was available. But now you can automate this process using the get method of the mechanical soup browser object. Open your browser of choice and navigate to the following URL. Sure thing, boss. Your dice roll result. Roll it again. Okay. Let's write down this note here about the get method. Get method of browser object allows you to refresh a page. This dice page simulates a roll of a six-sided die, updating the result each time you refresh the browser. Let's try refreshing. 5, 2. Okay, you see it's refreshing. Below, you'll write a program that repeatedly scrapes the page for a new result. First thing you need to do is determine which element on the page contains the result of the die roll. Do this now by right-clicking around the page and looking at the source. A little more than halfway down, you'll see a tag H2ID result. Let's look at the source. So the result we got was 5. And we see the tag H2 ID result 5. The text of the H2 tag might be different for you. Gotta remember these are tags, BR, H1, H2, etc. But this is the page element you need for scraping result. Note, for this example, you can easily check that there's only one element on the page with ID equals result. Although the ID attribute is supposed to be unique, in practice, you should always check that the element you're interested in is uniquely identified. That makes sense. Now, start by writing a simple program that opens the dice page, scrapes the result, and prints it out to the console. Let's see if we can do that from memory. So I didn't really look over the code today. So from BS4, import beautiful soup. Import mechanical soup. Okay, let me look at my notes. Well, we're gonna need our URL. And let's go ahead and just open a notepad real quick to paste our old code in case we need to reference it. Now let's get that URL. So we're going to need to open this, Browser objects represents to create a browser object use mechanical soup.browser as ms. I think we need to connect. Oh, you can use a browser object to request a web page from a URL using the get method. Okay. So we're gonna do our hbrowser equals ms.browser. We're gonna snag our web page. Page equals hbrowser.get. I'm assuming we're gonna have to feed in our URL. Yeah, browser.get URL. And then we're gonna get our HTML from the soup attribute of the page, and we're gonna print our HTML. Something about my oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So we have our HTML. Now start by writing a simple program that opens the dice page and scrapes the result and prints it to the console. Oh, so I don't even need to import beautiful soup when I'm using mechanical soup, because I'm assuming beautiful soup is just a dependency. So import mechanical soup, mechanicalsoup.browser, browser.get the URL, tag, page.soup. Okay, so yeah, page.soup.select, and then results. What if I do H2? So we're gonna do this method results. Okay. I'm gonna do print html.text. Nice. Dice roll. That's pretty interesting. Okay. The result of your dice roll is result. Yeah. This example uses the object select method to find the element with ID result. The hashtag result, which you pass to the select, use the CSS ID selector hashtag to indicate that result is an ID value. Let's look at this hyperlink real quick. ID selectors. The CSS ID selector matches an element based on the value of the element's ID attribute. In order for the element to be selected, its ID attribute must match exactly the value given in the selector. Demo ID value ID style properties. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. To periodically get a new result, you'll need to create a loop that loads the page at each step. So everything below the line equals browser in the above code needs to go into the body of the loop. Yep. For this example, you want 4 rolls of the dice at 10-second intervals. So probably going to use sleep or something like that. To do that, the last line of your code needs to tell Python to pause running for 10 seconds. You can do this with the .sleep from Python's time module. The .sleep method takes a single argument that represents the amount of time to sleep in seconds. Okay. So we're going to import time. Yep. We're going to do a while loop. This is not R. While I is less than 5. Tab. We're going to get the browser. We're going to make a list. We're going to insert the dice roll into the list. And then we're going to do .sleep 10. Time.sleep 10. And then we're going to iterate on our counter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I just need to remember how to insert an object into a list. Python list. Really want the list methods. Data types. List item. List methods. Here we go. Append roles. Roles.append dice roll. Yep. Time sleep print roles. Now the only thing here is I'm defining the list in the loop, so I think I may need to define that outside the loop. Let's do just 2 real quick, so I don't have to wait 40 seconds. Not sure what's going on here. Print roles. So we're gonna say print dice roll plus has been added to the list, to the roles list. I think what's happening is it's appending, but then when it reloops, it sets roles to empty. So that's why we only got 1. So let's just look one more. 2. 2 has been added to the list, to the roles list. We're sleeping for 10 seconds. 1 has been added to the roles list. we're going to sleep for 10 seconds too again, and then print one again. Yeah, okay. So we need to define this outside of the list. I'm going to say roll the dice. We're just going to make this fun, right? Print, roll the dice. Print, you rolled a dice. Roll. Okay, so while that's going through, we're going to go back here. Import print. I'm about to wait. Print. When you run this code, you'll see that the done waiting message isn't displayed until 5 seconds have passed from the first print function was executed. The die roll example, you need to pass the number 10 to sleep. Here's the updated program. For I in range, that makes sense. Page equals browser get. Tab select result tag.text print. The result of your dice roll is time sleep 10. When you run the program, you'll immediately see the first result printed to the console. The second result is displayed, then the third, then the fourth. What happens after the fourth result is printed? The program continues to run for another 10 seconds before it finally stops. That's kind of a waste of time. You can stop it from doing this by using an if statement to run time sleep for only the first 3 sequences. If I is less than 3, then time sleep. Sure. And we're going to do a for loop here, just so I get practice using the range. For I in range, for if I is less than 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Times sleep. 6, 5, 6. With techniques like this, you can scrape data from websites that periodically update their data. However, you should be aware that requesting a page multiple times in rapid succession can be seen as suspicious, even malicious use of a website. I think this happened the other day when I tried to scrape all the URLs from ibjjf.com and my connection failed like 20 URLs in. Most websites publish a terms of use document. You can often find a link to it in the website's footer. Always read this document before attempting to scrape data from the website. If you can't find the terms of use, then try to contact the website and see if they have policies regarding the request volume. Could result in your IP being blocked, so be careful. ibjjf.com terms of use. Find it to it in the website's footer. Oh, this is not the right website. This is the learning website. This is the one I want. Rules course, uniform news, championships. Not seeing anything. Conclusion. Although it's possible to parse data from the web using tools in Python's standard library, there are many tools on PyPy that can help simplify the process. In this tutorial, you learn how to request a web page using Python's URL lib, beautiful soup, mechanical soup, repeatedly request data from a website to check for updates. Writing automated web scraping programs is fun, and the internet has no shortage of content that can lead to all sorts of exciting projects. Just remember, not everyone wants you to pull data from their servers. Always check a website's terms and conditions before scraping. Additional resources. Build a web scraper with Python, API integration, Python and APIs, winning combo for public data. Take the quiz. Let's take the quiz. See how I do. Start the quiz. Why should you always check a website's acceptable use policy? To see if it violates. To extract HTML from a web page using Python's URL lib package, you can use the following function from the URL lib request module. Import quest. URL open. URL page equals URL open. HTML bytes page dot get read page dot read HTML bytes decode. Yep. What are some of the challenges you might face when trying to extract text from HTML using Python string methods? HTML changes a lot. Small differences can cause errors. What does the symbol dot represent in a Python regular expression? Any character except new line character. Really need to review regex. What's the purpose of the regular expression? Dot star question mark and then context. It matches all email address. Star. I'm pretty sure it's tags. Yep. What are two arguments you need to pass when creating a beautiful soup object? The URL and the parser. The HTML, what? Oh yeah, because I connect and then grab. Yeah, yep. Okay, that makes sense. You can use get text to extract all the text from the document and on. Yes, you can use the fill to fill out and submit HTML forms. No, you can use find all to return a list of all instances of a particular tag. Yes and yes. How can you fill out a form using a mechanical soup? Use select to select inputs and assign values to them. What is a headless browser in the context of web scraping with Python? A browser with no GUI. Okay, so like I got one question wrong, but that was like pretty cool, man. Okay, so it has some recommendations. And I'm just going to jot these down. Get post put patch. Using trade. And let's look at these ones because I do want to learn about APIs. API integration. Python API is a winning combo for reading data. So let's just write these links down in our future topics to cover. API is a winning combo for reading public data. And then API integration in Python. Okay. So after kind of going through this basic intro to web scraping, like, you know, let's look at the videos real quick. Removing the text, slicing off the text, making a plan and reusing code, constructing the scraping script, tracking. Okay, so let's think about, now that I did the intro, I'm obviously no expert web scraper, but I think I have the tools I need to at least attempt scraping a results page. So off the rip, I already know that at around 2012, the web page suddenly turns to this public results page. Must have been partway through the year because Euros 2012 is still the old URL format, but Worlds is the new one, the public results format. And 2013 Worlds or Euros goes to the public results. Okay, so let's save that. Let's open Okay. So here is where we kind of left off. Don't need RE. Okay. Okay, so I already know that the HTML kind of changes um, at different points at this 2012 2013 mark. So let's open up Worlds 2012 as public results. Uh, and then Worlds 2011 has this older style URL. And we can kind of see the pages change a little bit. So let's just look at the source HTML for both. And we're really looking for the weight class info. Drop down. Row no gutters. Div. There's the title of the page. Results of academies. Lloyd Irvin, Gracie Humesha. Masculino. Checkmat, Alliance, Atos. Boom. Okay. Okay, and then here we go. We have tables. They're table objects. Now, I heard, or I watched some videos that's saying you can actually use pandas to scrape tables super easily. Adult male, place, alliance, checkmat. Okay, this is still the academies. Athletes results, here we go. Athletes category. Juvenile blue male rooster. Table. Okay, so the older style has tables. Now let's look at the newer HTML. Okay, here we go. Juvenile 1, male blue light, div class equals list, div class name Ernesto Gracie Baja, position athlete, Ernesto, div, Joseph Michael, Bobby Henderson, checkmat, alliance. So to me, it looks like they stopped using table objects. Let's open the F12 here. So here, like, the newer web pages are kind of split up into this h4 and then this div class element, class subtitle list. Whereas if we look at this older format, we have the body, section, the event result, the container, the class row, the athlete result, the class row result, yep, and these table objects. Okay, so we really need to say like this is how we're going to scrape the older URLs, and this is how we're going to scrape the newer URLs. So I think I'm just going to build out two separate Python files while I work through those problems, and then we'll come back and combine them, and then we will also separate out our list. So like right here, let's actually just comment this out real quick, and then we're going to print out our URLs real quick. Okay, so we should literally just be able to take the URL and slice the end of the string and say, if it's public results, use scraping method 2. If it's not, use scraping method 2. Or 1, sorry. Let's check one other tournament. So 2012 Euros has this old format. In 2013 Euros has this new format. Let's just look at the source page. Again, I'm seeing this new format, div class. And then the older format is probably going to have those tables again. Table, class table, yep. Okay. Last thing I want to check is like, what about the most recent year? Is it still this new format where no table object is? Class, subtitle, blue. Athlete item, div class, position, class name, yep. Okay, okay. So we're gonna do two things here. If URL ends in public results, use scraping method 2, else use new scraping method, else use table scraping method, essentially. We're going to do a new file. File for scraping older HTML format of IBJJF pages using tables, right? 2012 and before. File for scraping newer HTML format of IBJJF results pages, roughly 2012 onward, without table objects. Okay. We're going to save these real quick. Pre-2012 results scraper. Post 2012 results scraper. Save. Okay. So let's import a couple things I already know I'm gonna need. Import pandas as PD, because I saw this way to scrape web pages that have table objects using pandas. The other day, scraping or web scraping with pandas. It was like get table or something.
There's a huge misconception that web scraping is this difficult thing to do in programming. 99% of the time, all we want to do is just grab some table from a website and then put that into our programming language. I can do this in Python in 2 seconds. You just copy the line of the website, and then in code, you do import pandas as PD, and write tables is pd.readhtml of that link that you copied. Immediately, you have access to this tables list, which has tables sub-0, which shows the first table, and then all the different tables.
Okay, so I have a feeling it's not going to be this simple based on what I was seeing in the HTML. I think this will get us our like placing data, but I don't think it's going to get our category data. So like adult male, blue belt, adult male, purple belt, etc. But we're just going to go ahead and see. Yep. And let's print for X in range the first 5 tables. Print tables X. Oh yeah, I need to actually insert my URL into the read HTML method from pandas, don't I? Okay. So, interesting. I wonder if there's more options. Read HTML. Let's look at the actual pandas documentation. IO match, flavor, header, index, skip rows, attributes, parse data, encoding, decimal numbers, grammar, string, path object, or file like object. That's the URL. Mesh. The set of tables containing text matching this regex. Unless the HTML is extremely, probably need to pass a non-empty string. Defaults to matching turn into a regular expression. Flavor. Beautiful soup 4. Index. This is a dictionary of attributes that you can pass to use to identify the table in the HTML. Attributes equals ID, not table. Mm-hmm. Mm. Interesting. ID. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Attributes dictionary optional. This is a dictionary attribute that you can pass to identify table in the HTML. Valid HTML 4.0 table attributes can be found here. ID, class, lang, directory, text direction, style, BG color, frame, cell spring. So class. Table class equals table. Mm. Mm. Basically, like right now, it's returning all of the tables, which is fine, but like there's no good way for me to separate that out. parse states, defaults encoding, converters. Extract lanes. Table elements in the specified sections will have their href extracted. Gotchas. Okay. Let's look at some examples. Yep. URL, read HTML, headers equals accept connection auth. Storage options equals headers, user agent, accept application. It's just inserting that. And passed are reflected in the HTTP request of the file from the above URL and pass it to read HTML as a string. Yeah. Yep. URL and match a table that contains specific text. Match Metcalf Bank. Did I miss a match argument? Oh, I did. Specify a header row. By default, th or td elements located within that are useful in the column index. If multiple rows are contained within the th head, then a multi-index is created. If specified, the header row is taken from the data minus the parse header elements. Skip rows. Here we go. Specify an HTML attribute. ID table class sortable. Hmm. Mm. Let's do this again. I want to see what the later tables look like. Rolando. Joseph. Christopher Tran. Loiterden. MA Academy. Clayton Carpenter. Power MMA. Ooh. Ooh. Class athlete name. Athlete Academy. And it's just pulling the whole thing there. Class athlete name and athlete academy. Athlete name. Class place. Class athlete academy. Class academy name. Let's try this again. Attributes equals class athlete name. I don't know if that's going to work. Ampersand is not allowed. Trace back. A no module in HTML5 lib. So I need this HTML5 lib dependency. Okay, well, let's try it. Pip install HTML5 lib. Okay, let's try this again. Value error, no tables found. So what if I do class equals table? I bet that's gonna work. Yep. So the problem is this is reading in tables, but the table itself only has the class attribute. So I don't think this is going to work. I think we are going to have to use beautiful soup. Unless... Let me think about this. Because I could do something like, let's kind of think about this for a second. I could do something like the following, like I get my table information, right? And then I get my division information, adult, male, black belt, middleweight. And I say, and I get this separately. And I just say, get all these objects separately. Now that I have them all, as long as I get them in the right order, I should just be able to smush them together and then filter to only adult male black belt. The problem is these tables have placing, competitor name, and academy name all in them. That's what they have, except the academy name. Print tables. Let me just double check this. 10. To me, it looks like the academy name. 0, 1. How do I want to see, I want to just try to select df1 equals tables 10. Let's just ask GPT. I want to say like, write me pandas code that list the names of all the columns in a data frame. Here we go. Figured it wasn't too crazy. Column names equals df column convert index to list print column names print name 0 and 1. Yep. So for whatever reason, the read HTML is taking this athlete name and academy name and putting them together. Oh, because they're both in this class athlete academy element. Interesting. Now let's look through some of these a little more, some of these examples. Specify values that should be converted to NAs. Now, I don't think this is going to work. But what if I could convert the academy name value to NAs? Print df1. Didn't think that would work. That's fine. Converting some columns to string. Use some combination of the above. Match. flavor equals if you only have a single parser, you can provide just but along with text using extract links equals all string HTML table extract links equals all. Okay, so I do not think it's going to be as simple as just using pandas. Give me 1 second. There's a bug right on my wall. Okay. I kind of thought this might be the case based on when I looked at the web pages earlier, so that's fine. We're just going to have to do parsing with beautiful soup. Okay, so from ES4 import beautiful soup. And we're going to need the URL request as well. From import URL lib import open get what was it URL open. Okay, so we're gonna get our HTML, right? Page equals URL open URL, and then we're gonna do soup beautiful soup page HTML parser. Soup equals beautiful soup page HTML dot parser. Pretty sure. Yeah. Yep. Tags. Um, tags equals soup dot find all. Table. For X in range for print tags X. We'll do 4 to 8. Import URL, open URL lib.request. I need to save my module, huh? Okay. That's good. That's what we want. So when I get the table using Beautiful Soup, I'm getting all of the desired attributes, etc. Let's go to the Beautiful Soup documentation. Beautiful Soup documentation. Find all. Name attributes. Name of the tag. And it has class equals title. ID equals link. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Um, um, with class athlete name. Index out of range. Print tag 0. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. A list. TD div. Okay, interesting. So let me think here. I really want to get like athlete name and place. Hmm. Interesting. I need to see what the attributes are considered. Tag 1 equals hero print tag 1 attributes class table. ID. Let me think here. Because I'd say let me just parse out um, two little kind of examples of what I'm trying to get here. So we have the table, the T body, the TD. Print tags 5. So the table really includes everything. Now I wonder, TR, can I snag just the TR? Okay. So I can. Let's print like tag 0 and I don't know if this works, but I'm gonna try it. Tag 5. That does not work. I had to try though. Later then. Class place, name, points. Just trying to get. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So we have the TR objects that are the team placings, and they are different than the TR objects that are the class placings. So class athlete academy. Pretty sure I can filter saying, you know, class equals athlete academy, for example. Underscore class. Okay, let's see. What? List of index out of range. How did I do class equals unless these are not, these might not be considered. Um, print tags dot 20 dot attributes. Okay, so the problem is even though the TR contains this, the class is not a TR attribute. Okay. What happens if I search TD? What kind of results am I looking at there? Because it's not quite a table. So yeah, TD is truly just the individual line here. So let me think here. So if I say, get me all the TD objects, it's going to return stuff like this. Then I need to figure out a way, how do I parse through this HTML to pick out only instances where it has a div with the class athlete name. The string argument instead of tags. String equals else. It's parent tag. recursive argument. By default, my tag.findAll will examine all the descendants of my tag, its children, its children's children, and so on. To consider only the direct children, you can pass in recursive equals false. Soup HTML dot find all title soup title recursive equals false. What does that mean? What is a descendants? My tag dot find all. Um, um, tag1 equals tags 0 print tag1 dot find all. Print tag1. So it seems like I can GD class. Oh. I need to change my tag type to TR. Not callable. The title tag is beneath the HTML tag, but it's not directly beneath the HTML tag. The head tag is in the way Beautiful Soup finds the title tag when it's allowed to look at all descendants of the HTML tag. Soup HTML dot find all. But when it restricts the HTML, it ranks nothing. Calling a tag is like calling for convenience. Calling if you a tag function. Soup to the title. Result. If you know a document only has one body tag, okay. Find parents and find parent. I'll be right back. Gotta turn off my AC. So I need to start like figuring out how to go through the parent and children of the HTML. Do another. First, let's consider find parents. Remember that find all work their way down the tree looking for a tag's descendants. First link. Find next sibling. First story paragraph. Soup.line P. Story. First story. Find next sibling. Class story. Previous. Last link. ID link equals 3. Find previous siblings. Interesting. Okay, so he's like, find next. First link, soup A. First, find all next. String equals true. Release. These methods use previous elements to iterate over the tags and strings came before in the document. First link, soup A. First link, A class sister. Find all previous. Select title. Find tags by ID. Find tags contain anywhere within our tags. Soup CSS.select body. Yes. Soup.css.select HTML head title. Find tags by CSS class. Okay. Let's try out some of these sibling methods. Find next sibling. First link. Um, mhm. Print tag one. Print tag one dot find next sibling. Next sibling. TD. Interesting. Find all next. Okay, that's definitely not what I want. Find all next TD. Hmm. Hmm. Navigating the tree. Contents, descendants, strings. Going up, going sideways, going back and forth. Searching the tree. Calling a tag. Modifying the tree. Going down. Descendant string. Tags may contain strings and more tags. These elements are the tag's children. Beautiful Soup provides a lot of different attributes for navigating and iterating over a tag's children. Mm-hmm. For convenience, just saying the name of the tag you want is equivalent to find. There's the name. Soup.head. You can use this trick again and again to zoom in on a certain part of the parse tree. This code gets the first tag beneath the body tag. Soup.body.b. Okay. Tag 1 dot find td. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. Soup tag dot one find all td. Um, um, pretty sure this is gonna work. Pretty sure. tag one dot contents. Yep. You can generate for child and tag.children print child. And tag one dot children print child. Start in okay. If you want to modify a tag's children, use the methods described. Don't modify the contents. Descendants. The contents and the children attributes consider only a tag's direct children. But the title tag itself has a child. For child and head, tag dot descendants. I might have spelled descendants wrong, to be honest. Start. Head tag dot contents. Class place. If a tag has only one child, and the child is made available as .string. Hmm. Head tag. Child dot string. Um, hmm. So I wonder if I can put these new like elements into their own list. Now, what happens if I insert these in a list? Children. You know, children.append.child. Ugh. Mhm. So what is this? Type. Hmm. 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 ATTRS. ATT. So what if I store it in an object? No attribute tags. Print. Oh. Print type. Okay. So I see what's going on here. Something about the children tag is like giving me this navigable string. Um, if type tag 2 equals this, then print navigable string. Print. As string. How do I convert to a string in Python? Sorry. I mean, how do I convert a variable to data type string? Okay. If string Okay, before I go too much deeper, I think I just need to look at the tag again. And make sure I'm not missing something. For child in tag one dot children print child. Just don't know why it's giving me that navigable string dot contents. Let's look at modifying the tree. And string. Child.string. Still don't know why I'm getting those empty. You can add to a tag's contents with tag append. New lines and spaces that separate tags are also strings. Strip strings generator instead for string and strip strings. Print repression. Okay. So where are we at here? So I pretty much want to say if the type of the tag in tag string child is this navigatable string element, I don't want it. Else, oh, if it does not equal that, I'm silly, add it to my list. Append child. Length of children. Three. Yeah. Then, okay. Then I want to say children dot find let me think here. It's starting to get complicated. Tag 2. Dot find. Hmm. class. Tag.name. Tag. Interesting. Okay, well, a lot of work to be done still, but basically we need to be able to scrape through the tags and only fill out these ones and only snag these ones. Or, sorry, the Athlete Academy classes. Pretty much. So I almost want to do like this. Then I want to say I want to be like hmm. What? Okay. Or Fuck. Alright, we got problems. Because these are sub-elements of the sub-element. Fuck. Okay. There's a lot of work to be done still. A lot of work. Example tags. Tags I want. Tags I don't want. All right, y'all. Anybody who spent time with me today, appreciate it. Scraping these results pages, they're gonna be pretty freaking hard, but we can do it. So, hope you guys have a great night, and I'll speak with you soon.